So, hi, welcome to Tea with Mike, episode 2 that's live. Thanks, Tim, for joining me today. The purpose of Tea with Mike is literally to take it back to the old-fashioned days, and it's simply to have some tea and basically have a face-to-face conversation, albeit online because we're in two separate countries. But it's pretty simple, it's nice and fluid, it's not designed to be an interview, so let's just see where it goes.
For sure, Mike. So, what tea you got? What tea are you drinking tonight?
So tonight I'm drinking English breakfast tea. English breakfast tea is a black tea. It's fairly strong. It's not sweet. It's not sour. It's not like a fresh tea per se. It's more of a type of tea that you drink at like breakfast time.
So is it caffeinated, or can you get like decaf?
No, this is heavily caffeinated.
Okay, so you're gonna be up for a while then, aren't you?
Yeah, man. It's what keeps me looking young and happy.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Oh, what tea are you drinking?
So I got some mango ginger. Anything with ginger in it, I really like. Like lemon ginger's good. I was just at Whole Foods yesterday and I bought some green tea that I believe has ginger in it. But I've really gotten like. Growing up, I never was a big like tea fan. Like my mom has always, had tea at night for years, but I never got into it until like just last year, and I just like drinking it. I mean, I'm not really if that's my drink of choice. Like when I want a hot beverage, I always go for tea because I'm not too big into like hot coffee anymore. But I mean, a good tea is it's good for you too, like certain types of tea, especially if you're not feeling so well and in cold weather climates like Canada and where I'm originally from, Minnesota, like, it's
Minnesota's pretty cold.
Yeah, I mean we're like right next to you guys, or like right next to the border.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's like right under Manitoba, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, right under Manitoba. So, but I don't live in what we got. Herbal, homie.
Homie. Hey,
Yeah.
Cal. Is that one of your buddies? Oh, Grace the Stallion. Are these all people you know?
I don't know, man. It might be people that follow one of us.
They don't follow me, but I hope they will be following both of us by the end of this episode.
Yeah. All right, what was I going to ask? I was going to ask you something. So, I know what it was because you had another one of these today. How did that one go?
It went okay. Because I'm doing this from the college that I go to right now, Red Deer College. The internet connection was a little bit iffy apparently earlier, like for some people like watching.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't personally have any problems, but like that's what the people told me. For this one, the lighting is way better. I was in a very dark room for the first one.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect, Kyle. Thanks, man. Yeah, so it was a little dark, and then we weren't sitting because we were just trying to figure out the logistics because it's more complicated than it looks, right?
Right.
And then the first one, we were sitting too far away from the camera, so this time I've tried to get a lot closer to the camera, so I think it looks good.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So what's new in your world? What are your plans for 2019? Where are you taking your wine thing?
Not doing the wine. Well, the wine's on hold. What's
Okay.
up, Eric? Yeah, we'll be talking real soon. But no, like, because me and Robert, my friend that I live with, we've been doing business together ever since I moved in last year. And we like the wine as more of like a social thing, like people coming over, having like meals and stuff, pairing them. But right now, we're focused on real estate, because we're working. Robert, one of his friends, he owns quite a few rental properties down here in Texas. So we're just like learning, getting that experience, and then we're gonna take what we learned from him and apply it to our own once we get our own rental properties. And yeah, that's just like the main thing, is just focusing on real estate, and just traveling more and just building more like connections with people, you know, more solid like relationships, like building the foundation. Because obviously, you know, I don't know who said it, but it's like, you know, your network is your net worth. So it's like obviously getting connected with the right people. What's up, Alon? We definitely need to catch up soon. But just getting connected with the right people and genuine people too, because I think so many people, like, you can get connected with people, but sometimes you don't really know what their what's the word I'm looking for? You don't know what their ultimatum, or if they have like an ultimatum of like why they want to be connected to you. So it's like getting you know, connected with the right people, genuine people who have like the same values as me. What about you?
Yeah, no, I agree with a lot of like what you said, because where I live is like pretty small. I'm meeting some like awesome people, but I
Mm-hmm.
do think like a couple of years down the line, because I like graduate my program this year, I do need to move to like a bigger city to meet like more like-minded people.
You're in Alberta. You're in Alberta, right?
Yeah, I'm in Red Deer, Alberta right now.
Is that closer to Calgary or Edmonton?
Dude, I'm pretty impressed with your geography. It's smack bang in the middle.
Oh wow, that's crazy. No, I mean, I definitely want to take a trip up to, because I'm a big hockey fan. Like, I grew up in Minnesota, which, I mean, you already know.
Minnesota,
Yeah,
Minnesota
Minnesota.
Wild.
Yeah. So it's like
Okay.
Minnesota, it's the state of hockey here in the U.S. And it's like, I'm a huge hockey fan. So I definitely want to get up to like, well, I mean, I want to hit up like all the Canadian like cities, because I mean, Winnipeg especially too. Like when they play playoff games, man, like that atmosphere is crazy. But I definitely want to get to a Edmonton Oiler game, because they got, you know, Connor McDavid, who's, well, I'm biased because I'm a Sidney Crosby fan, so I'm still thinking Sidney Crosby's the best player in the world. But Connor McDavid, he's the future of the NHL for sure. I don't know if you're a big hockey fan or not.
Not really. I know enough to hold a conversation. But hey, Jaden, what's up? I'll wave at you. There you go. Make you feel a part of this. Tea with Mike. Oh, Gabby. Hi, Gabby.
What's up, Gabby?
One of you. Yeah, I know. It's like anything. Like sometimes, like knowing just enough about something, and then kind of like having the confidence to pull off that you look like you know more, right?
Right.
Not for like business, but like stuff like sport and that sort of thing. Oh, ah,
What happened?
good question.
You need to move so you can, must be censor.
Oh,
Did your phone fall?
there we go.
Did the phone fall?
No, I hit something when I was like when I was waving at people,
Oh, okay.
but I'm back now. Yeah, no, yeah. So for sport, yeah, kind of I can improvise my way through a conversation, but you don't want to do that in business, obviously.
Yeah. What sports do you follow sports? Or
Yeah,
like
no, I
what's
do.
your
No, I do.
what?
Football, the English version, not American.
Yep.
Hey, Jaden Wheeler, yo, you should talk about how I destroyed you in ping pong today. Not accurate in the slightest.
Oh man, I love ping pong. I'll beat you and Jaden. You guys can play me 2-on-1 anytime. I love ping pong.
Really?
Yeah, I love like that's yeah, I love playing ping pong. So whenever we link up, Mike, we're definitely gonna have to play some ping
We
pong
should. We should definitely link up. Make that a thing.
for sure.
When do you think you'll be swinging through Canada?
Honestly, man, I have no idea. Hopefully soon. Cause yeah, if anything, I'm definitely coming during the winter. Cause well, it's probably nicer during the summer, but I definitely want to hit up some hockey
Hey,
games for
Raj.
sure. What's up, Raj? Or I hope I said that right.
Yeah, me too.
Did you knock your phone over again?
Yeah. Yeah, I should be more careful. Yeah, there you go. I am just gonna stop waving at people. Oh, it's been weird.
There you go.
I'm gonna stop waving at people, and I'm just gonna stay on the screen. Keep it easy.
Yeah, we'll just say what's up to anybody who drops
Yeah,
in,
that's good
make them
fun.
feel a
A
part
part
of
of
the
the
community.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, no, yeah, so for sure, yeah, hit me up. I would definitely like to expand like my like network per se, like with people beyond just Canada, right?
Hmm.
So yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
No, yeah.
go ahead.
It's just kind of a big year, right? I graduated and then got to move out the parents' basement and then like get a job in the field. So lots of things kind of like going on in the next like 6 months. It's really real.
Yeah, for sure. So what are you studying again?
I'm taking media and communications.
Okay, right on. You
Do you
gonna
know what that
build?
is? Do you want to expand?
Yeah, sure. Talk about it.
Okay, so media and communications consists of lots of like different programs. Like I'm doing a bit of like marketing and
Hmm.
like obviously communications, like how to write like communication plans and how to like communicate a message, that those sorts of things, and then like public relations, which is how you respond to like whenever like negative media, negative press, negative social media about the company that you're working for, and how to like interact with people on social media to take hear their negative feedback if it's valid, of course, and then turn it into some good like positive stuff for like the particular company, right? Which I don't think a lot of companies are doing right now on social media.
They're not doing what?
Oh, like they're not responding to like any negative comments about their like company and like creating that relationship with the consumer.
Yeah, that's something that Gary Vee talks a lot about is just interacting with people, on social media. Like if somebody like tweets at you, mentions you on Instagram in a comment, or like they take the time to like interact with your posts, always like find the time to interact with those people, because I think it's crazy that if somebody takes the time
Hey
to
Katie, what
comment,
up, Coda?
hey, what's up, Katie?
Hey
Uh,
Mitchell.
Mitchell, what's going on? I think it's crazy that, if somebody takes the time to like comment on your post, that like people, they don't even like acknowledge it or comment back. I mean, because all it really takes, honestly, is to write a comment back to somebody. Is probably like 30 seconds, like max. I don't know. Like, I feel like, and especially if it's like a genuine one too, because if people are gonna, it's a two-way street. If they're gonna engage with you, engage back with them, and it's like that's a way to start off, like building relationships with people is just something that I learned from Gary Vee is, if you're on Twitter or Instagram and you come across people's content that they like, I mean, you can just be like, all right, I'm going to engage with them. They engage back. They might follow me, and then we can like build it from there. But yeah, I totally agree with you on that standpoint. Did you see Gillette's commercial today that kind of got, or is a little controversial, I guess? The
I did
shaving
not
cream.
fill me in. What happened?
So apparently, the message was about so-called toxic masculinity, and how guys need to hold other guys accountable. And I looked at the commercial myself, and I thought it was kind of corny, and I thought
Okay.
it was, and it just had kind of that. I don't know. Like I think there's a lot of bad press toward men in the media, and it's like kind of teaching men to like tone down their masculinity instead of just like embracing it and that sort of thing. And I think that's where that creates that toxic, like, and this is for females too. It's like what creates that toxicity, if that's a word. I hope I said that right. In like, men and women, is them not acting like men or women, or like reversing the opposite roles. It's not like them putting down the other sex as being toxic, but just not being themselves. So you'll definitely have to check it out, and
I will. I'll check it out after the
on
video.
their on the
Thanks, Matt.
Twitter,
He says it's a word.
it's a word. Yeah, we'll go with it. Sometimes I just make up words on the fly. So
Just do it with confidence.
yeah, exactly. That's the thing. So thanks, Katie. I'm glad that you agree. Um,
No, at the end of the day, I think it's all just about being like you as a person. Everyone has their own opinions, values, beliefs, etc. Right? And I think as long as you stay true to who you are as a person, then you'll do great in life.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, you can't impress everybody.
No,
You know, your personality and interests, you're not going to mix with a lot of people. But I think, you know, another thing is people, they put down people for like having different beliefs than them. And it's like, you don't really need to go to that extreme. I think like people can agree to disagree and it's just kind of move on, because it's like wasteful energy to try to argue with somebody and try to convince them from your standpoint, because they're on the other side trying to convince you from their standpoint. And it's like, it's just not worth the energy. And it's like your energy could be better spent into doing things that actually, you know, have a positive like ROI for yourself. So
no, I agree. Like, cause before, like I'd say like last year and stuff, before I started like really like getting into all this stuff, I just wanted to know like everybody, and I always kind of wanted to have like I always wanted to argue like every little tiny detail like with someone like even if they were like never gonna change their opinion. And I kind of learned through some people that I connected with, the phrase that you just mentioned a few seconds ago, that we can agree to disagree, right?
right.
Like, and then use all that, like, I guess it is like wasted time and toxic energy, like to do something good and productive that's gonna help you progress in life, right?
Right.
Good tea.
Yeah.
Hey Shay, what's up? Thanks for joining, dude. Hope you had a good day.
So where do you find your tea, or like where do you normally shop to
Okay.
get it?
So in Red Dead, it's not small. It's got just over 100,000 people.
Hmm.
Just to give you context, there is one store in the entire city that stocks this tea.
Oh, really?
Yes, so hopefully they keep stocking it. Otherwise, we're gonna have a problem.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go out of the city for
Yeah, like
sure.
Calgary, Edmonton.
Right. So what's your favorite thing to do, Mike, when you're not um
Trying to build
like
my
in,
audience. Yeah.
or if you're not like in class on social media, like what are some of your hobbies?
As Jaden pointed out earlier, I love to play ping pong. I try and play Monday to Friday, 1 to 3 hours a day, give or take.
Yeah.
I've taken myself from not even from being terrible and not even being able to connect with the ball to like I'd say a pretty good standard.
Yeah.
And then what else do I like to do? I don't know. I kind of obviously like to follow like football back in England. My
Hmm.
team, Manchester City Football Club, right? That sort of stuff. I watch a little bit of YouTube here and there. Watch a lot of Gary Vee. A lot
Oh
of
yeah.
Gary Vee.
Can't go wrong with Gary Vee.
No. And I'll tell you something cool actually. So like the concept of tea with Mike like just came to me like randomly like one morning, and like I hadn't thought about it before, and then I thought about it and I was like, man, this would make a lot of sense, right? Like because obviously I'm from England, I like tea, I like to interact and meet new people, networking, and even just like face to face conversation. And with how the world is these days, I thought it'd be a good fit.
Excuse me. Yeah, absolutely. It's like you said, I mean, us, it's kind of like a virtual, kind of like FaceTime, whatever you want to call it, over Instagram. But it's kind of like you said, it's cool. It's almost like you meet somebody at the coffee shop, you meet them for tea, and it's just you have a conversation about different subjects that, you know, you ask them, you know, what's going on in their lives. They, you know, um, especially if they have the same interest that you can talk about certain things. Like, you know, for us, it's like marketing, social media, networking, business, all that stuff. Um, so, I mean, it's cool for sure, just like this platform that we have to like really impact people. So, I guess like one last question I want to ask you, Mike, because my friend Eric, who was on earlier, I'm actually calling him or getting on with him in like 10 minutes. So,
Sweet dude. Yeah, for sure.
um, my last question for you is, um, like, what's your purpose in like building an audience on social media? Or like
Okay.
why do you spend the amount of time that you do on social media? Maybe I'll ask it that way.
Sure. So I spend the amount of time that I spend the amount of time that I spend on social media for a couple of reasons. One
Mm-hmm.
is to meet, like, is to connect beyond the city that I live in, and to meet other people of all ages and demographics, and like just to meet new people and learn about what they're doing. And because there's a lot of people that I've met, including you, Tim, that are doing some super like cool things with their life, and that's something
Mm-hmm.
that definitely like inspires me to like step outside my comfort zone and the box, and not ignore, filter out like if other people disagree with how I'm like doing things per se.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so there's that aspect. And the other reason why I'm doing this is because obviously I want to go for a career in marketing and social media.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually like growing my audiences, and just have one for like practicing like creating content, which is like is something that's a lot more challenging than it looks, right? To
Mm-hmm.
create quality content, the quality over quantity, right?
Right.
So so there's kind of that reason, and then also I'm kind of using this as a tool to hopefully land myself like employment in the future in the field. So I'd say those are the big three reasons.
Mm-hmm.
What about yourself?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much the same thing is, I just want to, or I guess for me, my biggest thing is because on Facebook, I've always done videos. Like for the last, I'd say 4 years, I've dropped like videos just on like business life and that sort of thing. And for me, Instagram is almost like my personal, or social media is like a diary to me. Like I just put out like my thoughts, and it's like you kind of get like, I like to give people the full range of who I am, because there's so many people that they put themselves in a box on social media. They portray this, you know, kind of fake image of like their life is grand and all, when it's really not. And for me, I just like to be as authentic as possible. Like I like to be, humorous, because I mean, I like to, have fun, crack jokes, that sort of thing. Obviously, a lot of my posts are around like inspiration, motivation, that sort of thing. But I guess my big thing is like when people come across me on social media, is like I just want them to leave with like something valuable, whether it makes them laugh, whether it inspires them, whether it's something that they really needed to hear. Like I just try to provide, that good energy to people, and also just, networking, because I feel like a lot of people that, that I talk to on a regular basis, or that, I communicate a lot with, I've first connected with social media, and then I've like taken the relationship offline just to build it more. And I think like people find that weird, especially like, our parents' generation. It's like, well, why do you talk to
Agreed.
people on social media? But if you think about it, like you have to look at it from this vantage point. Like if you meet somebody in a coffee shop and you just strike up a conversation and you think they're really cool, after that conversation, you're normally going to ask them, hey, are you on Facebook? Are you on Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn? And they're going to be like, yeah, and be like, all right, add me. And it's like, it's kind of like a natural thing, but it's like we're doing it in reverse, where it's like we're connecting with them and then we take it offline. But it's the same principle, where it's like, if you meet somebody at a coffee shop and you think they're cool and you vibe with them, like you're going to want to follow them on social media to continue the, um, relationship, friendship there, that sort of thing. So that's pretty much like my big reason, for sure.
Awesome, man. Great answer. Love it.
For sure. All right, Mike. Well, it's
No,
going
for
to be
sure.
about that time where I hop off, but definitely love that I was a part of this series, and that, well, I'm out of tea now, so I might have to get a
It was a
refill,
good
or
time.
yeah,
It's a
for
good.
sure. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, and we'll definitely have to do it again. I mean, I'd love to get on and have another chat, have another cup of tea, that sort of thing.
Sounds good, man. All right.
All right.
Perfect. I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Have a good rest of your night, Mike. Thanks again for your
Just
time.
just give us a second. All right, guys. This was Tim Armstrong. This was Tea with Mike, live episode 2. stay tuned for the next episode. Catch you later. Bye.